Welcome back to an episode of Posed, Prompted, or Candid, where we walk through a bunch of photos from a single photo shoot or wedding day, and we talk about whether the photo was posed, completely candid, or a prompt, which is somewhere in between where I give a little direction but don't tell them exactly what to do. As a photographer who focuses heavily on storytelling, I think the perfect balance of a session mixes together all three of these types of styles in order to get all of those beautiful magazine worthy photos, but still tell your story in a very holistic, beautiful way. Today's episode, we are going over this engagement session in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. The session was in the heat of the August summer, and you can see just how beautiful, lush those greens were. So I really wanted to give them a moment in the park. These were all candids where I just sat back, actually stood back. I was standing on a park bench here to get this higher viewpoint, but stood back and just let them hang out in the park. And I said, if I wasn't here and you guys were here on a date night, just do whatever it is you'd be doing. They were watching ducks, they were dancing. These moments were so cute, and I loved the setting shots that they established here. And then this leans into that more prompted version. Even though it's a similar look, you can tell that it feels like they're connecting with the camera a little more, even if they're not looking at me. I told them to walk towards me. I told her to hold her dress and move it as they were walking. So we really got that movement involved, but you can tell they're aware that the camera is there. And then this is where we move to our second park. This is a completely posed photo. So I told them kind of to stand against the tree. I told him to kiss her cheek. I really set it up to get that sun flare through the tree leaves. And all of that came together for this photo. Then just another moment later, I told them to turn and look at me. And this is the posed photo that came out of that moment. We ended the session by going to get ice cream. And you can see in these three photos, they're kind of a mix of prompts versus candid. I told them to sit together and enjoy their ice cream, but I wasn't really telling them actions to take or anything to do other than to lean in close to each other. So you can see I kind of switch up the setting. I'm going from looking outside and through the window. I love switching up the framing like that because I think it adds such a unique aspect and perspective to your gallery. You can see that that is telling a much bigger story than if I were to stay in front of them the entire time and get all of my angles from this middle shot. Like I said at the beginning, I think as a storytelling photographer, if I want to take photos that feel like they're just snippets of a movie of your love story and that really stand back and take a documentary style approach to your photo shoot, I think it's important to get a perfect blend of all three of these types of shots and get a little bit of posed, a little bit of prompted, and of course, all of those candid moments that I possibly can during your photo shoot. If you love this style of photography, I have a ton more on my page. Go check it out.